जय जिनेन्द्र। अर्हन्तो भगवन्त इन्द्र महिता सेताश्च सिद्धीश्वरा आचार्या जिनशासनोन्नतिकरा पूज्या उपाध्यायका श्रीसिद्धान्त सुपाठका मुनिवरा रत्नत्रयाराधका पञ्चैते परमेष्ठिनं प्रतिदिनं कुर्वन्तु वो मङ्गलम् कुर्वन्तु वो मङ्गलम्। Jai Jinendra and a very, very good evening, everyone. I am Bijal Sheth, and it is my privilege on behalf of the entire JEEV team to extend a heartfelt welcome to each one of you on this momentous occasion. Today, we proudly unveil JEEV, Jain English Education and Values, along with the JEEV platform and JEEV Academy. This event is not only a celebration of over 4 years of tireless effort and commitment by the JEEV team, but also a testament to the visionary leadership of Shri Nemish Bhai Shah and Shri Hiten Bhai Sheth of Shri Kunkun Kahan Parmarthik Trust. Their unwavering dedication to propagating Jain spiritual wisdom and fostering self-learning among seekers across the globe has truly made this milestone possible. A warm welcome to all our esteemed trustees, honored guests, and cherished team members. It is because of your continued support, faith, and belief in the vision of JEEV that this moment we all eagerly awaited has become a reality. While we proceed with the program, I request the audience to share their comments or queries in chat. It is now my privilege to introduce the first speaker of today's evening, Shri Rajendra Bhai Gandhi. A graduate engineer from IIT Mumbai, Shri Rajendra Bhai is the executive chairman at GRP Limited and a key figure in the rubber industry. Beyond his professional accomplishments, he is a pioneer in education, having established a polymer and rubber technology department and serving as a trustee of various educational and healthcare institutions. As the driving force behind the creation of JEEV, he has been an active and an inspiring mentor to the entire team. His visionary leadership has been instrumental in shaping this platform with ambition and purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now hear from him how the idea of JEEV was born. Over to you, Rajendra Bhai.
Om Siddhebhyo Nama, Jai Jinendra. Thank you, Vijay. This is indeed a momentous occasion which will be remembered by the future generation of aspiring souls. JEEV as a concept was thought around the COVID time. Since then, it has evolved into a potential platform with modern tools for enabling true learners to discover the essence of Jain philosophy in a user-friendly mode. The language in which this platform will operate at present is English. If we look at the passage of Jain wisdom through the changing times, it was enunciated by our Tirthankars, their Divyadvani, which was absorbed by the Gandhar Devas. Subsequently, through the lineage of Acharyas, initial written scriptures emerged in Prakrit poetic form, that is Gadya, and centuries later, commentaries were written in Sanskrit in prose, that is the Padya form. Later, learned scholars translated the same into regional languages like Kannada, Dundari, Tamil, Desh Bhasha, etc. In recent times, translation into Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, Marathi, and other regional languages were introduced. Now, this platform will provide the same authentic wisdom online in English for the benefit of all English-speaking learners across the globe. If we look at the evolution of the medium of communication, we moved from verbal to rock inscriptions to handwritten on paper and subsequently printed on paper our scriptures. Now we are going to go into the digital format supported by interesting presentations, animated videos, and graphics to convey the essence. What are we trying to communicate and to whom we are going to communicate? From communicating rituals to spiritual, from what to eat and not to eat, do's and don'ts, to the essence of Jain spirituality, from beliefs and traditions to logic and reasoning, from communicating exclusively to the Jain community, now to all Jains and non-Jains who can understand English across all geographies. If we look at the Jain community's historical influence and what are the modern challenges we are facing, once a dominant community in terms of wealth and population, the Jain community has seen a decline in numbers over the centuries. Although Jainism is older philosophy compared to Buddhism, today Buddhism has emerged as the fifth or the sixth largest religion because of its outreach across the globe through spread of its philosophy in English. So what is our purpose with this platform? Our purpose is twofold. One, the outreach, to connect with Jains of all sects, of all ages, who may not know their mother tongue but are fluent in English. Further, to reach out to the individuals across all faiths or even non-believers worldwide to give them an understanding of our Jain philosophy. The second purpose is addressing through the lens of Jain spirituality modern challenges such as mental stress, environmental crisis, hatred and violence, declining family values, over attachment to materialism. We invite you all to an exciting discovery of essence of Jainism in user-friendly way and thereby experience the self and attain lasting happiness and peace. I want to acknowledge here the contribution of all the team members of JEEV who are over 20, who have shown not only contributed through their professional expertise, but also shown their dedication to be part of this legacy to spread authentic Jainism as each of us is continually learning through the lectures of Puja Gurudev Shri on various shastras. It is a matter of great pride for our community that in this JEEV program and in this JEEV team, overwhelming numbers are women. Jai Jinendra. Now, it is my great privilege and pleasure to introduce Sri Nimishbhai Shah, a prominent figure in the Indian equity research and investment. A humble, soft-speaking person with a magnanimous heart, Sri Nimishbhai Shah is also known for his deep spirituality. Nimishbhai founded Flame University in Pune, a world-class institution offering high quality education and facilities. A dedicated philanthropist, his trusts support the establishment and operation of Jain educational institutions across India. Through his Sri Kunda Kunda Kahan Paramarthik Trust in Mumbai, Nimish Bhai has significantly contributed to the digitalization of Jain scriptures, audio and video lectures, documentaries, and devotional songs. Another trust in Tamil Nadu focuses on restoring and preserving ancient palm leaf manuscripts. He also established the Guru Kahan Art Museum in Gujarat, showcasing an extensive collection of Jain inspired paintings and sculptures. The museum has held exhibitions throughout India and collaborated with SOAS in London. We are happy to announce that Sri Kunda Kunda Kahan Paramatik Trust is launching a new online Jain education program, JEEV Academy. I request Sri Nemish Bhai to address the gathering.
Thanks, Rajubhai. Jai Jinendra, respected dignitaries, esteemed trustees, and member of the JEEV team. It fills me with immense joy and pride to address you today as we mark a significant milestone in the journey of Sri Kunkun Kahan Paramarthik Trust, the launch of JEEV, Jain English Education and Values. This vision, nurtured over the years, has been brought to the life through the tireless efforts of our team working over the past 4 years. JEEV is our humble endeavor to establish a comprehensive English language platform that includes a web portal, JEEV Academy, and JEEV mobile applications. It is designed to serve as a guiding light for the seekers worldwide who wish to understand the timeless and profound teachings of Jainism as imparted by the Tirthankars, the Vitragi Digambar Jain Acharyas, and illuminated by Gyanis like Pujya Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami. Over the past century, under the inspiration of the revered Pujya Gurudev Sri, we have witnessed a spiritual awakening among several of our mokshu who were inspired to study and understand the true nature of the soul. However, in recent years, we have observed a decline in the accessibility of these teachings, especially among the younger generation. And one of the key reason I would say for this is the lack of resources available in English, a language in which today's generation predominantly thinks, learns, and communicates. Recognizing this gap, we resolve to address it, and JEEV is the result of that determination. JEEV is designed to bridge this gap with a rich repository of English resources presented in very simple and clear language. The platform features engaging videos and carefully structured curriculum that resonates with the needs of today's busy learners, be they students, teacher, professionals, global seeker, or anyone curious to explore the truth of their existence. Who am I? What is the purpose of my existence? And what is the true happiness? And these are the questions one will come across quite often time. And JEEV is here to help you find answers to this question scientifically and logically. It is designed for self-paced learning, making it accessible to people from all walks of life. It embodies our commitment to keeping Jainism universal truth relevant and applicable in today's fast-paced world. JEEV is here to accompany you on your spiritual journey. As we take this significant step forward, I am filled with hope and excitement. I envision JEEV growing into global hub for learning, inspiring individuals worldwide, and establishing Jainism as a source of wisdom for leading a meaningful life. In the coming months, several additional features will be introduced to the platform to enhance the interactive learning. This will include workshop, lecture series, and podcasts, all designed to guide genuine learners on a journey of self-discovery, leading to a blissful experience of inner realization. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the JEEV team for their dedication and hard work. And let me, even at the cost of repeating, they have done a marvelous job in putting all these things together. Their 4 years of hard work is, I have no words to explain for their dedication and their hard work. Jai Jinendra to everybody.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And now I'm sure we all are excited to see what the JEEV platform is and how it looks like. So before we go on to that, let us now officially commence the JEEV launch. Can we have the video, please?
चतारी शरण बहुजानी जयंती शरण बहुजानी सिद्धि शरण बहुजानी साहु शरण बहुजानी केवली शरण चार शरण मंगल भूतम ये सागर पीते करे सकल धर्म नमामि अंत मोक्ष तनास्मृति जनम प्राण मुक्ति जय संसार मान शरण चार अवर शरण में पर नारी श्रवण चार आदरे अक्षय पर नौखम पूर्ण हो अंगूठे मृत बसे लब्धि तना भंडार यासे गुरु गौतम ने समझिए सलाह
Congratulations to all of us, as now we are officially live. The URL is jeev.net.in, and I am sure we all are excited to dive right into it. I will now invite my colleague, Bela Shah, to share a sneak peek into the JEEV platform and JEEV Academy. With over 20 years of experience as an IT and business management professional, Bela has been deeply spiritually inclined since childhood. She has taken on the role of program management and technical lead at JEEV, playing a crucial role in building this platform. Belabin, our audience can't wait to see the platform's features and its benefits. Over to you.
Thank you, Vijal. I am equally excited to show what the JEEV platform entails to this grand audience. Jai Jinendra to all. Our Shastras talk about JEEV as Mangal. What it really means is JEEV is auspicious. It is sacred. Every JEEV is auspicious and sacred. That philosophy is what makes the JEEV platform available without boundaries, regardless of the barriers of caste, creed, religious affiliations, geography, age, gender. The only condition for someone to come and engage with JEEV is that the person should have an open mind, should not be biased or prejudiced, should be able to look beyond the mundane, very conventional, and the day-to-day happenings of the world and step into the real point of view where the realm of the conscious begins. With this thought in mind, JEEV as a platform was nurtured, like you heard Nemish Bhai and Rajendra Bhai talk about it. The Shastras also talk about JEEV as a powerhouse of infinite potential, endless knowledge and bliss. And this knowledge and bliss is something that is there in each JEEV. The only delay is in realization. So, JEEV encourages all of us to adopt the same lens for every JEEV around us, in our families, in our social circles, in our professional and personal lives. Don't get bogged down by petty differences and open and encourage this platform as a universal one to each and every JEEV around us. Let's not forget, we carry the legacy of a JEEV who began his self-transformation journey in the form of a ghastly, brutal, violent creature, and within a few births, culminated as the highest epitome of nonviolence. We worship him as Lord Mahavira today. Such is the nature of JEEV. In the teaching of Lord Mahavira, JEEV has also been described as a Shabda, meaning it is devoid of speech. It does not know the bounds of language. And Anubhav Gamya means it can be experienced. Therefore, the motto of JEEV becomes experiential Jain learning. While the team is putting in so much of effort in creating a lot of content in English, we acknowledge, like the dignitaries who spoke before me, that English is the modern day communication language. It's a unifying medium for people across the globe. That said, let's also keep in mind that the content alone is not going to help in your transformation journey. The content needs to be understood. It needs to be interpreted right. It needs to be imbibed and internalized so we can apply the principles that are hidden in our sacred scriptures in our daily lives and illuminate the path towards self-exploration. With that, I would now take you through the details of the JEEV platform. But before I do that, let me introduce you to one friend of mine who goes by the name of Mr. Curious. Mr. Curious is just like one among us. You know, he's a high-flying professional. He's very learned. He knows the world. He's connected to the world. He's got an active social media presence. And he uses that presence to learn different things. He's open to learning, of course, on the touchstone of science, logic, and reason. This Mr. Curious is not a believer in the strictest sense of the term, but he's receptive. He's ready to listen to new ideas, to concepts, to ways of overcoming his challenges, only if you provide it in a very scientific way, which is rid of dogmas, which is rid of prejudices, or which is not labeled or attached to any one sect. Such Mr. Curious, one fine day, while browsing through Instagram, came across a post on JEEV. The post was heavily shared. It was liked, it was commented upon by friends in his network, and his curious mind, true to his name, made him click on that link, and he landed on the JEEV platform here. Soon as he landed, this is not something new for him. He's been doing these kind of things. His inquisitive mind does not resist going into new domains, but he quickly abandons the quest when he sees that he's been presented with a long form that requires him to fill a lot of his personal details. That effort and energy is what he does not want to put in. He does not like being spammed. He's pleasantly surprised when he comes on the JEEV portal, though, because he's not asked for anything. It's an open space. He's free to explore everything on this platform without the need to share any of his personal detail or even, fill or submit a form. That's not required. So he decides to spend some time here. As he scrolls down, the first thing that strikes him is happiness as the sole motto of every living being. He thinks in his mind, isn't it obvious? And the second thought that comes to him is, despite being obvious, it's very intriguing. We don't think of happiness in the day-to-day activities that we do. We keep leading a life without the aim or the intent of being happy. And what resonates him even more are the challenges in achieving that happiness. He's very successful in his personal life, in his professional life, but these thoughts of restlessness, of something missing, that unsettling feeling comes to him from time to time, and he does not know how to handle it. Is it possible these are happening because he's looking at the wrong place? Well, he doesn't know, and he reserves that thought, but keeps going down and scrolling. He's presented with some key features of the JEEV platform. The wide variety of learning resources. My dignitary spoke of it earlier. He's very happy to see that the platform claims to be flexible, means he can choose what he wants to learn. He can pace himself. He will also communicate with this whole bigger community of folks across the globe. And what's more, he does not need to dedicate any financial resources towards this platform. Looks good, he says to himself, and keeps going down. As he goes down, he sees new features appearing. He looks at the announcement section and he reads about JEEV. Now, this is the kind of information he likes. Bite-sized information, presented in small chunks, with a relevant imagery. This is going to last in his brain. It's going to get imprinted and he's going to be able to carry it forward. He also comes across the announcement for a lecture that's scheduled to happen on 8th of February, Saturday at 9:30 a.m. India time, and will be led by Vidushi Swanubhuti Jain. What strikes him is the title of the lecture series. What's in it for me? The significance of spiritual studies. Now, don't get him wrong. Mr. Curious is very open to learning. He keeps reading about philosophy from time to time, keeps looking for new sources to learn, but all that is more like a hobby. It's a pastime for him. If he were to commit himself to anything, he needs an answer to what's in it for me. That is the motivation he thinks he and many of his friends are looking for before committing their energy, resources, and time from their busy lives into something like this. He then looks at the richness of content on this platform, 80 plus courses, 200 plus hours of learning, 300 plus free resources. And he thinks to himself, wow, that's a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to take in all at once, but let's see. And he keeps it in the thought arena for some time while scrolling down, and is presented with some key featured resources on the JEEV platform. Now, these are not very new to him. Karma is being talked about by everybody. Passions are being talked about as a source of good and bad. He's heard from his Jain friends about Namokar mantra. There are a lot of things that are coming to his mind at this stage. He likes the look, the feel, the relevant imagery of the page, and he clicks on one of these resources with an intent to understand more. Now he's presented with a page which gives some kind of a taxonomy, some kind of a labeling to this topic of delusion, mithyatva. He's happy that the titles are in English, but at the same time, there is an explanation in Hindi that, people from across languages can relate to. Now, JEEV platform, because it has 80 plus courses, has organized and categorized all these courses into 4 levels: introduction, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Each of these levels has sub-levels within them, and those sub-levels have 10 to 12 courses defined under them. Therefore, when you read delusion, B is a beginner, 1 is the level 1, and 7 is the 7th course series in the beginner level 1. That's how this delusion course appears to him. And he reads about delusion in a very brief and succinct explanation. He's happy to see that it's going to take him less than 2 hours to actually go through this course. He can dedicate that time over the next few weeks. He doesn't need to commit anything at once, but he's happy it's not going to eat away a lot of hours from his already busy schedule. He's also happy to see that he can start learning by himself, but he has some guidance available if needed towards the later part. Scrolling down further, here is where his attention is drawn. This is the first look to the content on delusion. The first thing that he sees are articles. These articles are compilations from the sacred scriptures that our saints have written thousands of years ago, presented in easy language. We've also drawn upon more recent publications by renowned authors and scholars of Jainism to put this together in very simple format that is easily understood. For people who need less verbose format, more graphical, more bite-sized information, we have these presentations that have the same content in a format that is more graphical, easy to remember, easy to retain, and easy to explain. He's also drawn towards lectures by Pujya Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami. The lectures are pertaining to the topic of delusion. They are again small modules or snippets that have been pulled out. But the question that arises in the mind of Mr. Curious, if these lectures are in Hindi or Gujarati, it might be very difficult for me to follow. So he just clicks on it to see whether these are in a language that he can interpret. Let's see.
We'll have to share sound.
Yes.
જેને હજી કેટલાક જીવ એવા છે કોઈ વિતરસ થયા નથી, ઈયળ થયા નથી, કીડી મકોડા થયા નથી, માણસ તો ક્યાંથી થાય? એવા અનાદિના જીવો નિરોધમાં પડ્યા છે.
So that satisfies Mr. Curious in terms of language. He knows that now he can refer to these lectures and understand the lectures with the help of the English translation that has been put together by the team. He wants to scroll down further and look at these videos and quizzes, but he finds them locked. He wonders, I may need to actually sign in to access these kind of new content or more exhaustive and unrestricted view. But he refrains for now. He goes down and he thinks, a lot of this content has been put here together. Is there a way I can verify the source or the authenticity of this content? And then he is drawn towards the e-library. He is a very curious guy. He's always been able to trace back whatever he learns to its source. Remember, he's an avid reader. He's very, very aware of the world and he likes to test things, verify things. And therefore, when he comes across the e-library and scrolls down, he's particularly amused when he sees original Shastras and original literature with the names of the authors and the translators available for easy download. That satisfies his curiosity, and now he'll be able to download these, read these for a detailed understanding, along with the material that has already been put together. Now, this is not new to him again. He has read these kind of philosophical pieces here and there, but he has always struggled with the language, the vernacular. Most of these pieces that he reads are in Hindi or Sanskrit. And, he's a young guy. He thinks in English. He communicates in English. And therefore, he's looking for some kind of a help in order to actually understand the meaning of Hindi words that he finds difficult. Then he moves down to glossary and he says that there is this compendium of English to Hindi translation. It's more than 600 words that have been put together, and their close meaning in English has also been compiled by this team. This is an ever-growing repository that is available to anybody who wants to read the original Shastras, original literature in the source language and still be able to interpret the meaning. With all of this, Mr. Curious is very excited and is ready to sign up. But before doing that, he goes into JEEV Academy. And when he is met with the JEEV Academy, the first thing that strikes him is the profile of folks who are already associated. These people he can easily resonate with. These are people who are young, who are almost in the same kind of profession that he is. These are also most people communicating with each other on social media. They look aware to their surroundings. They are not dogmatic. They do not really take anything without testing on the touchstone of reason. Now, such people, when they have put in such accolades for the JEEV platform, that becomes a big motivating factor for our Mr. Curious. He scrolls down and finds some more content on JEEV. He gets a sneak peek into the JEEV Academy, where he sees a dashboard and a collection of even more varied content on topics that are really interesting to actually pursue. He looks at the personalized learning path, which means he can actually select the courses he wants to pursue and can pursue them based on his interest, his time, his priorities, and preferences. He knows that he can access this at any point in time on any device, on desktop as a desktop application, on mobile as a mobile application, on any kind of handheld. He can actually download some of this, keep it reserved, refer to them while he's traveling, when he is in between breaks, or when he's doing nothing and just relaxing. He also has the opportunity to connect with an ever-growing community of young, like-minded people who are there on social media and are associated with the JEEV. All this seems very promising to him. And then going further down, he comes across another list of featured courses and thinks to himself, I'm already familiar with these. Is there something new that I'm looking at here? When he actually goes back to delusion, he sees that there are some videos that he could not see.
Don't you find yourself searching for happiness and solace? Like, you achieve high grades and then long for a job. You get a job, then long for a raise or a promotion. You get that too, then long for a loving partner, a family. Once you have a family, you long for a carefree life, well-being of your children, your health, and the goalpost keeps moving away. Why does this happen? Why are you not able to achieve lasting happiness? What is the root cause of such never-ending and unsettling feelings? Is it possible to break this vicious chain of miseries?
That was short. Mr. Curious wants more. And so he decides that he's definitely going to sign up into the JEEV Academy so that he can actually quench his inquisitiveness and go through all of this wonderful content. Before doing that, he scrolls down on this page and comes across this portfolio of JEEV faculty. Now, this is as impressive as it can get. He scrolls through the faculty names and the bios and is completely taken by surprise, by awe, and by respect. These are dignitaries who come from various walks of life. They are professionally highly acclaimed in their own spheres, but at the same time, they have dedicated their lives to pursue the inner journey, the path towards spirituality, and to preach the same to the others. Now, for Mr. Curious, this balance is something that he thought was impossible to achieve. He is so in veneration of these faculties that he decides and makes a note, puts a reminder on his phone. He's definitely going to attend this lecture, to connect with these dignitaries, to be inspired by them. Who knows, he might even get a chance to discuss his thoughts, to put in Q&A sessions, to have clarifying and healthy discussions with a lot of similar-minded folks. With that, he signs up into the JEEV Academy. The sign-up process is very simple. He's got to put on his mobile number, or he can sign with an existing Google account. He does not need to reveal any other demographic information at this stage. It's in a matter of a few seconds that he can sign up. Once he signs up, he logs in here and wants to actually go in and check out what the platform has to offer. As soon as Mr. Curious logs in, he is welcomed by a customized screen. His name appears on the top left. He's got a screen where he sees what all new courses have been added, what are the courses that are actually being watched, viewed, and accessed the most. On the left pane, he also has tabs that show him the courses that he would pursue, that show him certain announcements. There are calendars for the classes and the courses that he has signed up for. And of course, in the future, when he takes up quizzes and evaluations and gets certified, they would feature on this tab. The first thing he does is goes to explore courses. And then when exploring courses, he's met with some very easy criteria to filter what he wants to do. Now think about Mr. JEEV, Mr. Curious JEEV. He actually does not have a lot of time. So his first filter is by duration. He doesn't want to spend a lot of hours, maybe 2 hours or maybe 2 to 4 hours at the most. And he would like to go for some guidance as well. While he is good with self-learning, he is open to listening to other people's thoughts and getting directions and help. There, delusion features again. He's already seen delusion, so he clicks again on delusion. And this time, without going further, he clicks on Start Learning, and he is now enrolled to the course at the click of this button. Upon enrollment, the application shows him everything, all content, all at once. Some of this content he's already seen, some of the content he's not. He directly goes into the content that is actually so interesting to him and he's waiting to watch, which is the full video explaining the concept of delusion within a matter of a few minutes. Now he's getting late to go back to his office meetings, but such is the attraction, the temptation, and the interest that JEEV has created in his mind that he stops here and just maybe for a few seconds goes into this video to see.
The world around us is ever changing, unpredictable, unreliable, and fleeting. Nothing seems to be in any order or make any sense. You constantly try to become happy, yet you never seem to reach there. At times you feel confident and successful, and at other times you feel helpless, insecure, and scared. At times you feel happy, and at times miserable because of the uncertainties. If you taste success, you feel proud and satisfied, but when things do not go according to your plan, you start blaming yourself, others, and circumstances. Often perplexed at how things work, and tired and aimless because you don't know what you're doing here. The burden of your self-inflicted miseries keeps growing until you get crushed and crippled under its weight. Have you ever felt this and wondered why you feel this way? You never seem to find that one goal, that one thing after which your quests will end and you'll be able to relax. Even if you achieve one goal, you become restless and start chasing another. And yet, it keeps moving away like a changing goalpost. The moment you think you have it, that you have accomplished and achieved it, you find yourself longing for something else, something more. None of these achievements seem to give you lasting joy. Don't you find yourself searching for happiness and solace? Like you achieve high grades and then long for a job. You get a job, then long for a raise or a promotion. You get that too, then long for a loving partner, a family. Once you have a family, you long for a carefree life, well-being of your children, your health, and the goalpost keeps moving away. Why does this happen? Why are you not able to achieve lasting happiness? What is the root cause of such never-ending and unsettling feelings? Is it possible to break this vicious chain of miseries? If so, how? That brings us to the topic of delusion, mithyatva.
So Mr. Curious wants to finish this in one go. He's not ready to drop it in between, but life takes over and he's being reminded on his phone for a meeting that he has to attend. So he just scrolls down further to look at other material that is available on this particular portal, on this JEEV Academy, and he sees that there's a quiz. He knows now that, he'll be able to use all this material to generate a clear understanding of the concept and then take this quiz to validate his understanding. He's extremely excited to be part of this portal. But then again, because he now has to go, he will abandon this and he goes back to his job. Now, all of us will have a lot of these Mr. Curious and Miss Curious in our networks, right? For a Mr. Curious who has a no strings attached way of life to transform into a committed learner, this is all it takes. A nudge from us and a very open-minded approach towards learning new things, towards coming and joining a community that is open to all, that is welcoming, and that presents information in a format that can be taken in. With that, this is the end of the demo for JEEV application, for the JEEV platform. Note that while Mr. Curious has gone out and has decided to abandon the course at this stage, he knows that he can come at any point of time and pick up from where he left. The JEEV platform remembers his preferences and is going to prompt him through emails and notifications to come and complete the course. He thanks his stars for actually signing up for this kind of a portal, for this kind of an academy. He's really looking forward to the lecture on Saturday, and now he's going to spread the word with his friends as well. Before I hand over back to Vijay to talk to you about the richness of the content on this academy, on this platform, I'd just like to say on behalf of the entire JEEV team, this platform is a living and breathing platform, friends. What it means is we are listening to your feedback. We are talking to our technology partners and experts to make this even better, even bigger. So come join us in whatever capacity, as curious guests, as committed learners, as co-creators, as contributors, or even influencers on social media. For a vision of this kind, for a scale and size of a program of this kind, no number is big enough. Thank you. Over to you, Vijay.
Thank you so much, Belabel. I am sure all the curious learners are waiting to log into JEEV Academy. Thank you. I will now take a few minutes of your time to explain you how the JEEV content has come on the platform, as you can see. A common challenge for the new learners beginning their study of Jainism is figuring out, where do we start? Where do I begin? What should I study? These kind of questions often arise. The vast amount of information which is available can often feel overwhelming, and without proper guidance, it is kind of misleading. At JEEV, we aim to simplify this journey for our new learners by breaking down complex shastras and long lecture series into concise, easy to understand topics. Our content provides a very practical perspective on how these concepts are relevant to our daily life. Drawing on the vast experience of teachers who have been teaching Jainism for years, we have curated the JEEV curriculum by identifying around 85 key topics and concepts. And these topics are striking a balance across all the 4 Anuyugs. So there is no one-sided kind of perspective which we are trying to portray here. These topics are suitable for new learners. They promote spiritual wisdom and are absolutely essential for Tattva Shraddha. And then, as we saw, they are divided into 4 levels of introduction: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And there are sub-levels in each, and each sub-level has around 8 to 13 courses. And in this way, these short courses provide a very well-structured learning path for all our seekers. Over the course of 2 years, we have created the curriculum of JEEV using multiple references and various shastras, listening to Gurudev's pravachans, and every article was meticulously written and reviewed multiple times by scholars. We have also used advanced tools and AI and softwares to eliminate human errors, grammatical mistakes, to ensure that the content we present is very accurate and very clear. To enhance the learning experience, as you just saw a glimpse, we have converted this into visual content like presentations, which can also be used by the Pathshala teachers or those who are teaching Jainism. And they are also useful for self-learners who want a quick overview of the concepts. We have quizzes to test your understanding, provide scores, and motivate you to continue your journey. Additionally, lecture excerpts from Pujya Gurudev Shri's pravachans are being translated into English that relate with each individual topic, and we are creating subtitled videos for each of them. These videos range from 2 to 8 minutes, and they offer learners an opportunity to directly imbibe the nectar of Gurudev Shri's wisdom. To add further value, the live lectures by experts will be conducted and made available on the platform to make learning more interactive and engaging, and giving the users an opportunity to ask questions and get their doubts resolved. Now, I would conclude by saying that JEEV offers an abundance of resources thoughtfully designed to guide your spiritual journey. However, the key to true learning lies within you, your intent, your curiosity, and your unwavering dedication. It is the learner's commitment to seek and embrace spiritual wisdom that transforms knowledge into self-realization. For such a determined seeker, JEEV becomes not just a resource, but a trusted companion, providing everything needed to illuminate the path towards enlightenment. Finally, I am really excited to introduce the most captivating feature of JEEV, our video content. To give you more insight into the creative vision behind it, I would like to invite the creative and design lead at JEEV, Kinjal Dedhia, to share more and provide a glimpse of these videos. Over to you, Kinjal.
Thank you so much, Vijal, Jai Jinendra. To grasp the timeless wisdom passed down to us through Jinwani, JEEV has attempted to facilitate a holistic learning experience using various media. Among these, videos hold a special place as they allow us to convey abstract concepts such as understanding our true identity, the real nature of happiness, how karma operates, how do I end the cycle of birth and death, and many such concepts in a way that is relatable and easy to comprehend. Audiovisual media serves as a bridge between the profound teachings of the scriptures and the modern learner. However, the challenge lies in translating these deep philosophical ideas into visuals that resonate with our daily lives. After intensive brainstorming and thoughtful deliberation, we have curated videos that preserve the purity of Jinwani's principle while seamlessly weaving them with practical real life examples. I won't do the talking much, and let's witness a few glimpses of such videos.
You constantly try to become happy, yet you never seem to reach there. Have you ever felt this and wondered why you feel this way? What is the root cause of such never-ending and unsettling feelings? Is it possible to break this vicious chain of miseries? If so, how? That brings us to the topic of delusion. Mithyatva, the throne of delusion, stands on 4 pillars of wrong beliefs. I am tall, I am a millionaire, a doctor, a mother. Am I this body made of organic elements? Only when the soil becomes fertile, after the elimination of delusion, can the seed of good conduct grow and flourish into a tree, ultimately bearing the fruit of liberation.
Let me ask you, what is your opinion about yourself, your true identity? Is it your name, age, gender, or some physical features? Has to be the same for everyone, for every life form who seeks happiness. What can be that unique independent characteristic that's common across all life forms? Nah, can't be the surface level traits, not even being human for that matter. This is because it has to be inclusive of all life forms that exist. The ant, the crow, the cat, the plant, all of them are seeking happiness, everyone.
This blindness drives us to commit sins like violence, falsehood, and others. Intense anger binds inauspicious karma that may lead to rebirth in lower forms of existence, such as hell. Despite his might and fame, his refusal to acknowledge his faults, and his insistence on defeating Ram in battle before returning Sita led to his demise. This example serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of unchecked pride. By greed, continually amass possessions, but the insatiable desire for more prevents them from experiencing true contentment and happiness. You might even consider yourself superior to a sinner who has failed by a larger margin. Passions. Error made by a deluded soul is the belief that they have merged with their passions. Mirror reflecting various objects without being influenced by them. It remains clean when reflecting garbage and cool when reflecting fire. Similarly, passions are mirrored in the knowledge of the soul.
Eternal festivals and periodical festivals, and relinquished his monkhood to shield Akampanacharya and his 700 disciples from suffering. Using his extraordinary power, Vikriya Riddhi, which allowed him to alter his body's size and shape, Vishnu Kumar provided protection, Raksha, to the Jain monks. Let's understand the 7 elements through the analogy of the boat seen earlier. The soul's journey in this universe is akin to the solitary expedition of a traveler in a boat. It's resulting in the influx of karma, much like the holes in the hull allowing water to enter the boat, to the bondage of karma, similar to water accumulating in the boat. When the soul experiences its true self, the influx of karma halts, just as closing the holes stops water from entering the boat. As the soul delves deeper into self-realization, past karma gradually dissociates, resembling the person removing accumulated water from the boat. Once all karma gets dissociated, the soul manifests complete purity and is forever liberated from all types of karma.
Now that we have seen the videos, JEEV needs to reach as many people as possible, as many learners as possible. So, with digital marketing plays a very vital role. I would now like to invite Romil to share insights in this area.
Thank you, Kinshal. Jai Jinendra to everyone. In today's digital age, where every single post can spark a global conversation, social media is not just a tool, it's a movement. And for JEEV, it will be the driving force behind spreading our message of self-discovery, mindfulness, and spiritual growth. Dear viewers, we live in a time where attention is the new currency. Every day, billions scroll through their feeds, seeking knowledge, inspiration, and purpose. JEEV will be the guiding force, the guiding light in that endless digital noise. A space where people pause, reflect, and embark on a journey of transformation. At JEEV, we don't just want to post for the sake of posting it, but we want to engage, connect, and inspire. Our strategy revolves around 3 key elements. Number 1, compelling storytelling. Number 2, community building. A mission like JEEV thrives on togetherness. We have already created a spiritual quest competition on WhatsApp to help all connect with JEEV. Then comes interactive learning across all platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. LinkedIn? Yes, you heard right. For all the working professionals who are working and want to take a small break and visit the social media and then keep learning as well as be with themselves. We are also on YouTube, Twitter, and WhatsApp. It's completely on the seeker wherever he or she is comfortable can connect with us and learn. Our username is JEEV Portal on all platforms. For an example, for Instagram, just search for JEEV or JEEV Portal without spaces to follow JEEV. You may actually wonder, can spirituality actually really go viral? The answer is yes. When content resonates, it spreads naturally. A powerful quote, a short meditation reel, a testimonial about someone's personal growth, these have the potential to reach millions. And let's not forget the influencers, not the celebrities, me, you, and everyone. Those who experience JEEV's wisdom will become its ambassadors, sharing their transformations and bringing more people into this journey. And hence, I, on behalf of the entire JEEV team, invite all of you to follow our social media channels and do reshare the posts whenever we are posting with your connections. With engaging content and inclusive approach, social media will be the vehicle that takes JEEV's mission across the world. But the most powerful tool is not any platform, but it is each one of us. Every like, every share, and every comment is not just a digital action. It's a step towards spreading awareness, making an impact, and helping someone find their path to inner peace. So let's use social media not just for entertainment, but for enlightenment. Let's make JEEV a movement that reaches millions and help transform life. Thank you. Jai Jinendra. Over to you, Kinjal.
Thank you, Romil. Now I would like to invite to deliver the vote of thanks. I am pleased to invite Shri Nikhil Bhai Mehta, a retired engineer and project manager with over 20 years of industry experience. Shri Nikhil Bhai voluntarily stepped away from his professional career nearly 2 decades ago to dedicate himself to the self-study and service of Jinwani. Since then, he has been actively associated with Shri Kunkun Kahan Parmarthik Trust, leading various impactful initiatives such as the Guru Kahan Art Museum, mentoring the Vitragi Library, Vitragwani, and several other noteworthy projects. Over to you, Nikhil Bhai.
You are on mute, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Kinjal. Jai Jinendra all. It is said, the dharmo dharmi ke bina. If there is a religious personality and there is religion in this world, a religious personality implies someone who actively adheres to and practices beliefs associated with dharma, the nature of Jeev, soul. In the eternal Jain tradition, we are deeply grateful to the infinite Tirthankars, ascetics, and scholars who have practiced Dharma and taught us the path to salvation. In contemporary times, we have been incredibly fortunate to hear self-realized Guru Puja Kanji Swami, whose live lectures span over 45 years with almost 10,000 hours of recordings now accessible to us. With this immense treasure, Sri Kunkun Khan Parmathik Trust has digitized thousands of scriptures and lectures, making them available to Jainism seekers through Vitragwani website and mobile apps. New initiatives like JEEV Portal and JEEV Academy are also being launched by this trust. We extend our heartfelt gratitude and congratulations to the trustees, Sri Anantrai Seth, Sri Nevish Bhai Shah, Sri Hiten Bhai Seth, and the next generation, Krutaj Shah and Bijoli Shah. We are immensely thankful to Sri Rajendra Bhai Gandhi for spearheading the initiative, assembling the team, providing leadership and guidance for the JEEV project. We are thankful to Sri Rajesh Bhai Seth, who played a pivotal role in setting the syllabus and finding resources to build the team. A special acknowledgement goes to the dedicated all-women technical, literary, and creative team of Belaben Shah, Vijay Seth, and Kinjal Dedia, who have worked tirelessly for the last 4 years to build the JEEV portal. We have also received valuable contributions from scholars such as Dr. Kirit Bhai Gosalia from Phoenix, USA, Sri Heman Bhai Gandhi, Vidushi Swanubhuti Jain, Sri Somil Bhai Mehta, and numerous volunteers from across the country and abroad, and also the JEEV faculty. Many of these volunteers have dedicated their time and efforts to JEEV selflessly. I'll just name some of them: Manjusha Jain, Neha Desai, Sital Jobalia, Ami Desai, Romil Dodiwala, Niketa and Paurang Parekh, USA, Bina Shah, Hiteshi Mehta, Priyanka Jain Dhaval, Dr. Jatin Shah, Nehal Mihir Gala, Akanksha Jain, Pooja Seth, Labdi Seth, Vritti Seth, Ankita Jain, Komal Bansode, Rajat Jain, Ashna Bayani, and Nirav Gutka, London. This is our team. Thank you, all the volunteers. Today, I want to take this moment to sincerely acknowledge and appreciate all your hard work. I'm confident that you will continue to excel in the incredible work that you are doing. We sincerely appreciate the efforts of all the agencies involved in creating the learning management platform, audio visuals, and presentations. Lastly, we express our deepest thank you to all of you for your gracious presence and for making this event a success. The JEEV project is miles to go, and we seek your blessings and support. Jainam Jaitu Shasanam. Jai Jinendra.
Jai Shri.
Jai Jinendra.
Yeah.
Jai
As
Jinendra.
we bring this special evening to a close, we sincerely pray and aspire for the JEEV platform to reach new heights and create the impact we have envisioned. A heartfelt thank you to each one of you for your presence, support, and enthusiasm. We look forward to having you with us on this journey in the days to come. Jai Jinendra. We can take some questions for 5 minutes, I think. If there is any questions, yeah.
Are there any questions in the chat box that anyone wants to respond to?
Most of them are congratulatory messages, and we can see the excitement in our chat on YouTube that the audience has loved the sneak peek of the platform.
We can come to
Any-
feedback later, Vijal. If you would like to just share the email address, we can correct feedback on the emails also.
Yeah, if there is any feedback, you can share at admin@jeev.net.in. I will just type in the chat. Thank you, everyone. I think we can have a good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.